Full time in the Brentford Community Stadium. Brentford 0, West Ham United 1. We are through to the fourth round of the FA Cup. Our reaction is coming very, very shortly, right here on West Ham Official. Well, first win in 6 or 7 games, and that was much, much needed. By far, not the best West Ham performance you will ever see. But in the cup, all you need to do is get through, and that's exactly what we've done. Phil, how are you? And your quick thoughts on that?
Well, we've got the win, which is the important thing. Not a memorable game by any means, but we got the goal, and despite the lack of goals on target, shots on target, the one which went on target was in the back of the net, which is the main thing.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, and just so happy that, yeah, as you said, it was by far not the most memorable game of football I'll ever watch, and it won't go down in the memory as one of the most amazing games. But as Mark says in the chat, we won, forgot what it felt like, first win in 7 games. It's amazing to have that feeling again, and it just boosts the morale in the team. And by no means will we fantastic tonight, and I'm not going to sort of try and bring it up as a amazing performance, this and that, because it wasn't. Quite frankly, we weren't great, but a moment of brilliance from that man's side, Ben Rama. It could only be super side Ben Rama, Phil.
Yeah, it was good for him to come on, get on. You could hear all the chants for him. Which is always good. It's good for him as well.
Yeah.
And it was a very well taken goal as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah,
really
I think a few question marks will go over the keeper because it wasn't quite in the corner as much as some people thought it would be. But before we get our next guest on, guess what, Phil?
What's that, Jake?
We're still unbeaten in 2023. Get the party poppers out. We're still unbeaten in 2023. Let's get our next guest on. Lawrence is joining us from across the pond. Lawrence, how are you?
Very good, Jake. Hey, Phil, how you doing?
Very well, thank you, Lawrence.
Quick thoughts on that then, Lawrence, and your overview?
I was just so happy that shot from Ben Rama. It felt good. I love them shots outside the box like that, but as you guys probably watched, it wasn't the beautifulest match to watch. It definitely wasn't the Brentford team that took us out last week and who beat Arsenal midweek. But for right now, for us, beggars can't be choosers, and I'll take that victory.
Oh, definitely. And we've just got to take what we can get with it. That side Ben Rama's 70th career goal, and it comes, of course, it comes against his former club. Chose not to celebrate, fair enough. But we needed a spark, we needed something, and we got it through side Ben Rama. Overall, the lineup, obviously, we were a bit baffled before the game, but we did mention, Phil, about the sort of rotation from Brentford, and I thought that really did show today. I thought they were poor.
Yeah, no, they didn't really pull up many trees, did they? No, they looked okay when they did go on some attacks, but they didn't really have. I think they only had like one shot on target as well, didn't they? So at the end of the day, it was two not so great sides out there, and we came victorious. They it's disappointed for them, or it's disappointing for them. But there you go. That's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. First competitive win in over 2 months, Lawrence. It just feels good to get that feeling back. We're in the hat for the fourth round, and now we can look at it and go, yes, it was a decent result on Wednesday night. We've won today. We've stopped the rot, and hopefully now the only way is up.
You got it. I think we just got to continue to try to get the momentum. It's very easy for us to feel negative on how we've been performing in the Premier League and stuff like that. But we have to get the confidence back that we have, and pick up our pace and stuff like that. And I think we got it in us, and it's like we just got to make it happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. For all of you that are wanting it, the FA Cup fourth round draw will be brought to you at 7 o'clock on Monday. So we'll try our very best to bring you a watch along for that and see who we get in the next round. Well, I mean, when we sat here and did the third round watch along, I think none of us would have expected to be sat here thinking about the fourth round, Phil. And to be fair, I think we all were not thinking about that fourth round a little bit earlier on, but I thought we were better in patches. I thought just sort of player wise, I thought Paqueta was good again. He's starting to get going a little bit. Antonio, I thought was okay in there as well. So there were some overall better performances for me today.
Yeah, definitely. There was you always want your best players to perform. Never not a stellar performance like we've said already, but if they improve on their own game, which is always important. We've just been used to so much, negativity over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
It's always nice when you see them performing well, and like you've said, Paqueta, Antonio putting decent performances in. It's always good, and yeah, we wasn't expecting to be going into the fourth round draw at all. But win like this is a good confidence booster for everybody. It's good for us as fans to it cheers us up, and now we've got something else to be looking forward to.
Yeah, and it certainly has become a welcome distraction from what's been pretty poor in the league, and hopefully now we can take that distraction that's been good in the end and take that into hopefully a more positive performance up at Molineux next weekend. Let's head into the chat and see who we've got. And Peter, hope you are well. Now win next week, which is more important. Yeah, that win next week would be massive.
Everton, yeah.
We won. Benrahma hit a banger. He certainly did, and I think what sums it up is Benrahma came on, and who did he replace? Thomas Souček, thank the Lord for that, honestly. Again, we sit here and we wonder how he gets into that starting lineup. And I think, Lawrence is shaking your head there. Again, he wasn't great today. I think all of us would have preferred to see Flynn Downs or even Benrahma starting from the start in that position.
Totally correct. And for West Ham, which we have such a problem scoring and getting good shots, that pass by Emerson, the cross, probably our best cross of the day into the middle. Mm. We have to make them shots because we don't have very many of them. It's not like we have a ton of shots on goal, at least for the last couple of months. And going back to Souček, I would like this to look. Remember when we started having our success a couple of years when he came on there? That's when him and Dawson and we were getting all them set piece goals. Yeah. We can't. Now we just lost that, and I don't know if it's his confidence or he's just burnt out from the last couple of years of playing, for his country and for West Ham so many minutes. But it's sad to see. I was trying to cheer for him. At the first half, he had a couple good defensive plays. And I was like, okay, there's Souček, he's doing well. But then it just fell apart, and it's kind of sad to see. You want to cheer for a guy like that who's gotten beaten up and walks off the field like he's been in a boxing match for us, giving everything he's got. But it's just not happening right now.
Yeah, it's sad to see, and he keeps being put there week in, week out. And obviously, Moyes can't see it being the Premier League manager. And we all, everyone says, well, these fans were, they're sat at home and not doing my role for a reason. Well, I could probably guarantee, Phil, that if you asked 99.9% of West Ham fans why the hell Thomas Souček is in that team at the moment, they wouldn't be able to give you an answer. But saying that, he brought Benrahma on, and Benrahma did make an impact, and he did almost get us up the pitch a bit more, and he brought us something different we didn't have before, and of course he scored.
That is all you want, really, isn't it? That's what happens when you do a positive substitution at the right time. Look, we all know we didn't want Souček to be starting because we know he is a shadow of his former self. Benrahma is one of those players we want him to start all the time, but if he's coming on as the impact sub, it came on at the perfect time, and he just changed how he was playing, and getting the goal ultimately is what you want at the end of the day, and he did that perfectly.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's head back into the chat and see what you guys are saying. Sorry, Ben Rama, he doesn't want to go home. Yeah, you get that. You certainly do get that. Very good, Sharky. Very good. Wednesday 2, Geordies 1, so they're back into it, Newcastle. That will be interesting to see the remainder of that. Yes, by Brentford indeed. Thought Emerson had a steady game, better than
Yeah.
Creswell.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that was one of his best matches I've seen from him. Really.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's got to prove a point now that we can't see Creswell starting next Saturday. Because if I'm up
Heck
there
no.
in that mile-long concourse and I see Creswell in that lineup and I see Traore in their lineup, I think I might cry.
I agree.
Yeah.
Me too.
Just, yeah, let's hope not. Kent says, I can't really speak about the game, only had the radio. Fleetwood away now. Please not Fleetwood away, please.
Goodness.
Give us one, like, sort of Birmingham down would do. Thanks. Fleetwood, please no. Please,
Shame
no.
Gillingham are out, Kent.
Yeah. But anyway, Terry, Fleetwood away. Sharky says Sheffield Wednesday away. Might be at this rate. Sharky says Paqueta looks like he was really trying. Had a good game. I 100% agree with that. I thought again he's building on it, and we were talking about it earlier on. Phil put in a better performance. He scored a goal, and he today and on Wednesday he looks a bit more physical. He looks like he wants to be in it a bit more. He looks like he's starting to settle in, which is just brilliant.
Yeah, that's what we want from your record signing. Give him a few weeks. He could have a few more assists or maybe even a few more goals coming in. He gets a bit more of that creativity. We're going to be chanting his name all the time. You'll see a completely different player to the one we've seen so far. It's probably still that settling in period, but hopefully we'll see a lot more from him and a lot more good stuff to say, which would be brilliant.
Oh, definitely. Let's hope that. Watch us draw City away. I'm just looking at my football grounds map. I've got that scratch off every time you go to one. And if we don't get a home draw, I'd love an away sort of one. I haven't been to, so I'm scratching everyone off. But yeah, watch us draw City away. City or United away. It's going to be one of them. Or for us, favourably would be Southampton away. Terry, that's just Terry's for Terry, that's just the wrong sort of away day, in it? But we're going to take it. Southampton away, please. Tune in on Monday night. We'll see who we get. And what does it come to when I'm celebrating that goal with the same gusto as I did with Yarma's winner? I found that getting in and I went yes, because it's just complete frustration and just complete relief as well that we've got that goal. And we managed to hold on. Wrexham away. What about a Welsh away day? We'll have a bit of that. Wrexham away. Are they still in it, Sharky? Very nice. Very nice. Kent says, I did Gillingham 3 years ago, and last time we played Sheffield Wednesday in the FA Cup, they beat us in the 11-12 season. Well,
I remember that.
Kent knows
we was Championship, and Sheffield Wednesday was in League One as well, I think. So that wasn't a great... Yeah, weren't great.
No, Kent says probably any away ground not been to would be nice if we don't get a home draw. Definitely loving Lawrence's 1980 FA Cup final shout. We are loving that for sure. Right there, in terms of Brentford, just a word on them. Lawrence, I'll come to you. We sort of mentioned on the build-up that it's a weakened side, and that clearly shown because that's not even in the same league as the side we came up to 10 days ago.
Yeah, and I really wanted to get your guys' opinion. I knew I was going to try to come on. Is that even in the first half, they looked like they were playing West Ham football. They were sitting back and letting us go at that. When's the last time we've seen a team not press up on us and try to go forward? So, and sadly enough, we weren't able to do much with it on the first half. But they were just sitting back. I was sitting there watching that, and I was like, where's the press? So I don't know. And it's up for the chat conversation and your conversation. How much did Brentford want that win? How much did they really care about the match? It just what I've watched them. I've watched them when they played us, and then I watched them in that Arsenal game. So I've seen them pretty well this last week. And I know they had some players turnover and stuff like that, or not play, but it just didn't seem like they had the heart. They could have been burnt out. They just came off of a big win, but I just didn't see it there. Their tactics were different. And then when they brought the sub in, and I forget the guy that came on, and the young guy they were talking about, he was the only one that seemed to have pace.
He had a bit about him, didn't he?
Yeah, he had the best pace on their team, and I was a little too late. But I saw a lot of their tactics, sadly enough, reminded me of Samoy's tactics, what I don't like. You know what I mean? So that's just baffled me a bit. Love to get the win. I love the victory, though.
Yeah, just before we bring our next guest on, I just wanted to say that because Phil, we've talked about it a lot in the two preview shows. Is that do we really think Brentford really wanted to go for it, and we sort of agreed that they probably would, but it
Well,
sort of went otherwise today.
Yeah, they it's a lot different. I thought they were gonna go for it. With them changing their team quite drastically, I thought they could go one way or the other. But yeah, no, like, touching that first half, it's like no one really wanted it. They tried to, but not very memorable at all. So I think they're just gonna focus. They just wanted to focus on the league by all accounts. So fair play to them. You'd have to go into the Brentford Twitter and Facebook and see what their fans actually think of that result. You know, whether they're overly disappointed in it or not. Well, they can just focus on the league now, see if they can finish as high as possible.
You certainly can. If I was a Brentford fan, I'd be disappointed with that line performance. I certainly will. Let's bring Moisey on, Mike.
How you doing, guys?
Mike, what's up, buddy?
How is it? All right.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Did you manage to see any of it?
No, I listened on the radio, mate, so I didn't see any of it. I didn't try to stream it because I tried to the last game and it was useless. So I just get frustrated with buffering and everything. It really does my head in, but yes.
I know how you feel. Overall, then the result, a really good Benrahma goal. Overall, I'd say all players just put it in a bit more and looked a bit better. Just gives us a big confidence boost, doesn't it?
Needed that one before next week because next week is huge. It's a 6-pointer. The next two games are obviously, but I mean that just gives them that little bit of boost now, and we're unbeaten in 2023.
That's brilliant.
Unbeaten this year.
That's right.
I've just got a stat courtesy of Dom on Twitter. Right, you ready for this? So that's the first time in 18 years we've beaten another Premier League club away in the FA Cup. Last time we beat Man City away in 2006. What happened that year? We went to the final.
Yeah.
And that's the first time, when's the last time we beat Brentford? I know the last three we lost in any type of competition.
Well, that's it. I said, Lawrence, I said that today. I said, we got to beat them somewhere. Surely we got to beat these somewhere.
We can't go 4 on the bounce.
No.
Exactly.
So maybe we beat Brighton now this year.
Well, who knows? Let's go into some final thoughts then. So your sort of man of the match and overall thoughts, Phil?
Overall thoughts, not a great game, not a memorable game. The important thing is we got a win and we're through into the next round. Man of the match, I suppose, as a whole, probably I'll say Emerson up there, but I'll give Benrahma kudos for scoring the winning goal.
Yeah, brilliant. Lawrence, man of the match and overall thoughts?
I think Phil took my lines. I don't know. He must have the paper in front of him or something.
I've got it with me here.
He does that to me as well, mate.
Because I'm in total agreement. Like I said, I thought Emerson, that was the best match that he had. I like Paqueta, but you got to give it to Benrahma. He came in and he set the pace that neither team had. And in that shot from outside the box, like I said, you can go back. I know Jake was talking about could the goalie have saved that. I think it caught him off guard where it went because it went really just over his left shoulder where you think he maybe would get. But you got to give it to. I'm going to give it to Benrahma coming on again, all class.
Yeah, and just before we come to Mike, let's take some of these comments here. Miss Hammerett says, well, after a shockingly shocking first half, which was so frustrating, we actually got a win. Benny has to start. I'm in agreement
100%.
there. We've just missed a set, so still 2-1 to Wednesday in that game, I suppose. Strikes us a bit of quality for Benrahma, indeed. Benny just brings passion, which is what we needed. Now, what I'm going to ask you, Mike, is who do you want in the 4th round?
I want to. Do you know what? Don't worry.
Away.
No, honestly, I don't want. Yeah, no, I'm not a Snowy City away again.
Snowy City away.
Yeah. No, I want a home draw.
Mm-hmm.
I want us to keep going. Obviously, keep this run going. I want a home draw, but a middle of the road side team. I don't want an easy team. You know, I don't want another Kidderminster sort of thing. No, I don't want that, and I don't want City, and I don't want Liverpool, obviously, or Man United, who seem to be playing quite well at the moment. But if we can get a sort of middle of the road sort of draw, Sheffield Wednesday do.
Yeah. Are we in agreement, boys?
Yes.
I don't
But
want
our
to go
luck-
out that early.
Our luck is, and I don't want to jinx us, is that we're going to get a big 6 away draw.
Yeah.
I just, you know what I mean? It's just the nature of the beast.
It happens,
Yeah.
doesn't it, mate? It's happened so many times that
Yeah.
if we go and beat someone like we've beaten Brentford, who, let's face it, who are in great form at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, like we beat Man United and we get Man City, don't we? That's the sort of thing that happens to us
Exactly.
in cups.
Exactly.
But hey, we've won. The big thing about this result today is a confidence booster for
Exactly.
the next couple of games. That is the big thing, as well as also got to remember we kept a clean sheet today.
Mm.
For the
that's
first
right.
time
Yeah.
in how long?
Decades. No, I'm just.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
See what? Just going back to the short. If we do get an away game, Southampton or Bristol City, Mike.
Yeah, that'll do nicely, mate.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
well. To be fair, Bristol City take on Swansea tomorrow. So Swansea, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I mean, last time we went there,
I've been to Swansea before, mate. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Phil, finish us off then with your final thoughts before we go.
We're through to the next round. Let's see if we can. If we're in it, let's go in it to win it. Why the hell not? You know, still got some decent teams in the draw. We want, obviously, like Mark said, middle of the road team would be perfect. Lovely confidence boost going back into our league form. Let's change that and get a few more positive results coming in.
Yeah. No, exactly. I tell you what, geographically, Terry's thinking as well. Forest Green away, that's what he wants. Tell you what, if you just walk there from yours, Ter, let's just walk.
Yeah.
You're right, Terry. That'd be all right for us, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Let's take just these final comments. Daniela says, a win is what we needed. Not enjoyable for the weekend, but so happy. Stay safe in the weather, indeed. Ideally, a home draw, Grimsby, perhaps. Chris, big up, Moyes in.
Moyes out, Lord.
Terry said, a good man of the match, covered the left, covered the right, centre, and midfield. Wouldn't be surprised to see him covering me with a little blanket when I'm in bed later.
He was good.
I've got a weird image in my head now. Ben Rama, the man, he certainly was today. And there we go. Right, then we'll leave it there. For the first time in a while, we've got a smile on our face. Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
Official. Thank you very much, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.